Hey guys, I'm Traci Copeland and this is Good Moves with Well+Good. Today we have a quick total body HIIT, all body weight moves. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're gonna warm things up first, okay? So I'm gonna have you start with a walkout plank. So starting towards the back of your mat, walking your hands forward into a plank position and then walk all the way back up to stand. This way you are warming up the hamstrings, but you're also warming up your core and your upper body. Let's do one more. Try to keep the legs nice and straight. Walk it all the way back up. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into some knee hugs, getting those hip flexors nice and warm also. So getting nice and tall in your body, hugging that knee towards your chest. And as you get warmer, coming out of the ball of your foot, relaxing your shoulders. Let's do one more on each side. And then go ahead and shake it out. Now it's going to the hamstrings, okay? So flexing the toe up, and then I scoop the ground. So we're warming up your body dynamically. We're not holding anything for too long. Getting a little bit deeper every single time I reach for the ground as my hamstrings get a little bit more warm. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and to a bottom up squat. This helps warm up the shoulders as well as the lower body. So I reach my arms up towards the ceiling, reach for the toes, bend your knees, arms come all the way up. So from the side, it looks like this. Toes, bend, arms reach back up to stand. Let's do two more, just like that. Getting a little bit deeper. All right. Now, butt kicks, drawing the knee towards the ground, heel towards my glutes. So I'm getting the heart rate up just a little bit. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. All right, feeling nice and warm. So let's get into the first circuit. We have 5 different moves that we're gonna do for 30 seconds, okay? So our first one, lunge matrix. So I'm gonna have you start lunge, and then squat. We're gonna stay on that right leg, okay? So it's a front lunge into a squat. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So you get that squat and you get that lunge, okay? 10 more seconds here. Stay with me. Legs getting nice and warm. Less than 5 seconds on the clock. And, all right. Now we're gonna move into lateral lunges. So start with your feet together. I'm gonna step out on the right side, lunge, and then knee drive, okay? So I press off of that right leg, draw the knee up towards my chest, okay? Stay nice and tall. I'm gonna stay on one side, and then once we go through the second round, we'll do the opposite side. Finding your balance. And now, taking yourself to the ground, we have plank shoulder taps. So body in one straight line, top of your head, all the way down to the toes, and opposite shoulder, tapping the hand to the opposite shoulder. Now notice how my feet are about as wide as the mat. You can go a little bit more narrow if you wanna make this harder, or if you need to modify, you can always lower to your knees at any time, okay? Let's do a couple more, and time. All right, getting a little bit deeper into the core on your back. Knees hug, about a 90-degree angle, arms straight up towards the ceiling, and one of my favorite, dead bugs, okay? So I extend the leg, opposite arm, opposite leg, and if it's throwing a little bit off, then you can always just extend one leg at a time, keeping the lower back pressing to the ground. All right, let's come all the way up to stand. We're gonna close out this first round with drop squats, okay? So starting with your feet together, touching the ground every single time. So notice how I'm still bending my knees. I'm not just hinging at the hips with my legs straight. My heels stay connected to the ground. And if this is a little too intense, you can also just tap it side, okay? All right, we have less than 5 seconds left on the clock. And time. All right, you made it through round 1 of your first circuit. Now, guess what? We're gonna do it all over again, starting with that squat lunge matrix, okay? I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to rest, catch your breath, gather yourself. You know what to do, you know what to expect, you know where you need to modify or where you wanna make it more intense, okay? Let's go ahead and take it to second round. 3, 2, 1. Go on that opposite leg this time. So we did the right before, now we're going left. Lunging left and squat. 10 more seconds. Keeping the weight in your heels once you hit that squat. And if you want to make this even more intense, feel free to add some weights to the mix, okay? All right, now we're gonna go into that lateral lunge, knee drive. Drive that knee. Stay nice and tall. A few more, making sure that you're actually pressing off of that opposite leg. All right, now we go into plank shoulder taps. Into that plank position, body is in one straight line, opposite arm, opposite shoulder. And notice how my hips stay level the entire time, okay? I'm not rocking this from side to side. I keep my core engaged. Body stays in one straight line from the top of my head all the way down to my toes. And time. All right, dead bugs are next. On your back, hug the knees in, 90-degree angle, opposite arm, opposite leg. I'm not really sure why all of these moves are named after like bugs or animals, got bear crawls, but I think they're onto something. So it should feel like a dead bug, right? That's what bugs do. But this is a little bit more coordinated, okay? Now, if this is again too intense, extend one leg at a time. Keep that lower back plugged to the ground. A couple more, and time, okay. Drop squats are next. So we can pick this up a notch, right? Start with your feet together, reaching for the ground. Stay with me. You can go even a little bit faster. Maybe even hop your feet together. You want to make it more challenging. 5 seconds left. And time. All right, you made it through your first circuit. So now we're on to circuit number 2. We have the same thing, 30 seconds, 5 different moves. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So first, we have walkout push-up, starting at the back of your mat, just like the warm-up, okay? You hit that solid plank position, push up, walk it all the way back. Feel free to modify here. You can lower to your knees, press your chest to the ground, come all the way back. Just a few more. Body stays in one straight line. And walk it all the way back up to stand. Okay, next we have side plank walk, okay? So this circuit is a little bit more core intense, core heavy, okay? I like a good side plank because it challenges your balance, okay? So these are plank walks. You're gonna walk one leg and then the other leg. The arm extends all the way up towards the ceiling. Your body stays in one straight line. Now, if this is a little too much for you to handle, hold it right here, okay? Hold that solid side plank. But if you want a little extra and you feel like you can handle it, give me that plank walk. All right, let's take it to the opposite side. Find your good side plank first, find your balance, and then you can start to walk, okay? Like everything, you wanna make sure that you're mindful of how you progress your movements. You don't run before you can walk. You don't walk before you can crawl. So know what you're capable of. If you need to modify, feel free to modify. We're here for a few more moments, and then we're on to our next. And time. All right. We have rainbow abs next. We're gonna feel this in the core later tonight. Man, all right, extend those legs. You're gonna move side to side. Staying relaxed through your shoulders. Tapping heels outside your mat. Knees are slightly bent. Keeping the core strong. Drawing the lower abs in. Less than 10 seconds on the clock. Stay with me. And time. All right. Bear crawl is next. Another great one for your core. Another great one for your upper body. So your body is in one straight line. Back is nice and flat. I'm crawling opposite arm, opposite leg. I stay low to the ground. My hips stay low. My knees just hover off of the ground here, okay? We're more than halfway there. Stay with me. And time. All right, up to stand. We have single leg deadlift. All about balance. I love unilateral movement because it forces you to understand what's happening in your body. So single leg deadlift, balancing on the right leg, reaching down with my left arm and drive that knee up. Notice how my hips stay level and how my back foot is facing the ground. That's gonna help keep your hips level. It's gonna help you stay engaged through that glute. All right, let's take it to the opposite side now. Left leg, balance. Find that sweet spot. Reach down with the opposite arm, drive up. Now notice how I put a little bit of a micro bend in my standing leg. That's gonna help protect my knee, especially if you have any knee issues. Let's do one more, and time. All right, that was round one. Guess what? You have another round just like that, 30 seconds each. Let's go ahead and get right into it. You know what to expect, you know what to do, you know how to make it even more intense, okay? So we're gonna go back into that walkout push-up. Reach the arms up. Let's go full push-up this time. Pressing the ground away from you. And actually, let's add a little extra sauce here. Give me that moving push-up. Center and back, center, walk it back. Just add a little something extra, right? Way that you can make it more intense. Stepping side, and then stepping to that opposite side. Back center. All right. We have side plank walks next, okay? So find that sweet spot to balance on. This circuit is clearly all about balance, okay? Knowing your balance. So find that solid base of support and then start to walk. Find it. Keeping that arm reaching up towards the ceiling. Stay with me. Moving at your own pace, finding your rhythm. Let's do one more all together. And time. Ooh. Let's take it to the opposite side right away. Find it, press the ground away from you, and then start to walk it. Now, ways that you could also make this a little bit more intense, add a weight to that arm that's reaching up, okay? That's gonna force you to kind of find the balance. Nothing super heavy. I would recommend like a 5 to 10 pound dumbbell right here. Let's do one more. Stay strong, stay with me. And time. All right, lower down. We have rainbow abs next, okay? Fingers in back of you towards your glutes and tap heels, tapping the heels, right and left side, okay? So you're making a rainbow with your feet, with those legs, okay? That's gonna help target those lower abs. Less than 10 seconds left. Less than 10 seconds. And time, all right. Bear crawls are next. So, starting in that bear crawl position, flexing through the toes, hover off the ground, walking it forward, and walking it back. So for me, I'm taking a couple steps forward. If you have a little bit more space, I recommend maybe going as many as 5 steps forward, 5 steps back. It's really gonna depend on what kind of space you're working with. But 2 steps is also a great way to be. You can go forward and backwards. And time. All right, we're back to the single leg deadlift. Let's go ahead and start on that right side. Find the balance first. Keep the hips level, reaching down. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of a hop here, okay? And like any gymnast, you wanna stick the landing, okay? Keeping the hips level, drive the knee, reaching for the ground. Let's go ahead and take it to the opposite side, left leg. This is where you also see maybe areas you might need to work on, right? One side might be stronger, so you might need to put a little bit more energy into that opposite side, okay? Let's do one more. And time. All right, we made it through 2 circuits, 2 rounds. Let's go ahead and cool things down, all right? So I'm gonna have you stretch out that hamstring. We're gonna hold this one a little bit longer, keeping that toe flexing up, making sure both feet are facing the same direction. And then let's go ahead and take it to the opposite side. Holding right here for 3, 2, 1. A lot of upper body, a lot of core today. So coming back into that plank position, come all the way down to the ground, and then just press yourself up into this sort of modified upward dog or cobra. Relax the shoulders, look over your right shoulder, and then look over your left shoulder. And then go ahead and slowly release down. Make your way into child's pose. Forehead reaching towards the ground, fingertips reaching forward, pressing your hips back towards your heels. And then stretching out the calves. We did a little bit of jumping. Calves might be a little bit tight. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet, roll all the way up to stand. Let's go ahead and stretch out upper body, staying relaxed through the shoulders, getting that arm across. Take it to the opposite side. And just acknowledging all the hard work that you just did for your body, for your total body. And then just go ahead and shake out the arms, shake out the legs, and congratulations, you made it through Total Body HIIT. Once again, my name is Traci Copeland. This is Good Moves with Well+Good. You want more good moves? Subscribe to Well+Good today.